Hey everybody over at Movies.com, it's the Schmoes No Movie Show, and I'm Christian.
I am Mark. Christian, this weekend in theaters, Gone Girl, starring Ben Affleck, Rosamund Pike, Neil Patrick Harris, and directed by some dude named David Fincher.
That is correct, sir. You and I talk about it all the time, that these are the days where the directors are the star. You have Christopher Nolan, you have Tarantino, and you have Fincher. When the Fincher movie comes out, you get excited about it because this is one of the premier directors of our time right now.
That's right. He started out with a little movie called Alien 3, and since then he's done all kinds of weird, different, sometimes creepy stuff. He even made a guy age backwards. These are his best films. At number 5, Zodiac, starring Jake Gyllenhaal, and it's about the true story of the Zodiac killer.
And Robert Downey Jr. And don't forget that this movie is very underrated. Some people, it just kind of, it's not one that's talked about all the time when you talk about David Fincher. But when you watch this movie, it is creepy. He does creepy well, but it's because of how real these horrific crimes, the way he makes them feel. He utilized Downey, he utilized Gyllenhaal the right ways, and it really portrays the way he tells this story. It's in typical Fincher fashion.
We knew Downey had chops. This was the first movie to me that really proved that Jake Gyllenhaal was a great actor, and I think the running time turned a lot of people off to this, and that's a hallmark of David Fincher, is that he's not a big fan of editing. You're going to sit there for a while, but you're going to be really entertained.
For him, the longevity, it works. Because his movies, the detail, the structure, the pace, it works. So I thought for Zodiac, absolutely perfect.
All right, we'll stop playing
Number
games.
4, very nice, well done. That would be The Game.
Yeah.
This is one of the first movies for me that I really went, wait a minute, I just watched something really special. Who did that? And that's when I started to get involved with the David Fincher, is because that movie, Michael Douglas, Sean Penn, you talk about a movie that just messes with your mind, it's The Game.
The way you just get sucked into this film and you see Michael Douglas, and at the outset you're like, oh, okay, it's him being another Gordon Gekko, or this is like Disclosure again, or something like that, where Michael Douglas, just a rich guy, we're going to follow this weird adventure, and my word, does it get weird when his brother Sean Penn gives him a card that's mysterious. It's a birthday gift and some weird company, and it just keeps getting deeper and deeper and deeper into this. Maybe it's a game, maybe it's real life. You got to watch the movie.
It's crazy because it's like a reality TV show that you're watching.
Yeah,
wait, what? No, it's awesome.
Back when reality TV was good.
Right. Check out The Game if you've never seen it. Number 3, this is when we start to get into, how do you put 3 there, 2 there, and 1? The Social Network. This was the one that it just, boom, Oscars all over the place. It was a movie that, when I remember the trailers, when we saw the trailers, like, wait, they're doing a Facebook movie?
What is this, the Radiohead song?
Jesse Eisenberg playing Zuckerberg. You see this movie, and it's one of those things that Fincher does. From the second it starts, you're invested. The music, everything that is done, that Fincher puts together, this perfect piece. It's a great movie.
Eisenberg was fantastic in that, and it was the arrival, at least to me anyway, of some kid named Andrew Garfield.
Right?
So yeah, very, very good movie. And Justin Timberlake was awesome in that.
Yeah, it was everything. It was a movie for this generation. It really was, and to make it, okay, I understand how he put that all together, and if you've never seen The Social Network, I would even say stop watching this video, pause it, come back, watch it, and then rewatch.
You know, I'm noticing a hallmark of David Fincher movies that maybe it's the first time we see actors in a different light, and that's certainly the case with Brad Pitt. Maybe for the last 2 movies on this list, because number 2 is Seven. Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman, and a box with something in it.
What's in the box? This movie, I will tell you guys, is my favorite Fincher movie.
Ooh, wow.
It is my favorite Fincher movie of all time. And talk about Kevin Spacey, what he did in this movie.
Oh man, so creepy.
It is, originally they wanted Ned Beatty for the Kevin Spacey role. Did you know that?
I know that Ned can squeal like a pig.
There you go. This movie, this is not an easy one to watch for sure, but it's clever. It is intense. It is dark. It is just a movie that is one of the best telling of a detective story, but with a big spin on it. The twist, oh man.
And you will never eat spaghetti in the same way again. But coming in at number 1, how could we possibly...
We don't talk about it.
Why? I gotta say,
we can't.
The number 1 movie of all time is Fight Club.
Can't talk about Fight Club.
The second rule of Fight Club: you do not talk about Fight Club.
That's right, Fight Club. I love this movie. Don't get me wrong. Just because Seven's my favorite, I love Fight Club. I literally started watching it again the other day, and it is just Edward Norton, Brad Pitt, based off the book. This movie did not do well in theaters, by the way.
I saw it opening weekend. Me and my college buddies were like, "Oh yeah, it's just a movie about a bunch of guys who beat each other up. Let's go see that." And man, were we in for an experience, for a ride. It's one of those movies you can continue to talk about with your friends long after the movie's over.
Yeah, his name is Robert Paulson. It's this entire movie that you're inside of this guy's head as you're watching. You're like, okay, I understand why he made that move. Who's this Tyler Durden guy? Who's that? What's that? Why are they doing this? And it's just put together so well. It's a movie that I think is beloved by fans for a good reason.
That's right. So I'll never look at Soap the same way,
Right.
or Spaghetti,
Right.
or Social Networking,
Right.
or The Mist in San Francisco.
Or Aliens too, if you watch Alien 3. This is one misstep. But you go and some other great ones. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, I think, is an underrated film.
And I like Panic Room, man. I thought that was cool. And that put the phrase Panic Room into the lexicon. Well, after Panic Room came out, you were not a successful person unless you had a Panic Room in your house. I'm still waiting to build mine.
Well, that's it. Unless you're Benjamin Button and you're going to re-age and watch this a different way, that's the end of our list.
Okay.
It kind of makes sense. Not really. Not really. But what does make sense is that David Fincher is one of the best of all time. Can't wait for Gone Girl to see where that ranks in this list.
That's right. Also in theaters, you have Men, Women, and Children, the new movie from Jason Reitman. So you got a lot of options at the movies this weekend. We hope you guys have fun at the box office. That's Christian. I'm Mark. It's a Schmoes Movie Show on Movies.com.